Red Truck Beer was founded in 2005 in North Vancouver. There goes the owner right there.
There you go. Right up, right
Um,
up.
so we're founded in North Vancouver in 2005. We're about 3,000 hectoliters per year, just draft only. The owner bought this piece of land in Vancouver in 2012. We built the brewery in 2014 and have been taking off ever since.
Yeah, just a huge amount of. We were walking through that facility. We're going to show pictures and videos of your facility. It's pretty amazing, just the whole system. And then Anton Paar, give us. You've been on the show actually several times. We featured the company on the show. You've been on once, but just give us that snapshot for anybody who doesn't know.
So at Anton Paar, we are a bit more than 100 years old, 101, almost 102. We started off measuring density, so we do instrumentation. Density measurement can be used all over the place. It has a very strong place in beverage, and the company evolved. So one of our strongholds definitely is the beverage market, where we can help, for example, breweries to measure their product. So parameters that you want to measure in beverage are, for example, brewery, very obvious alcohol, would be of interest, sugar, oxygen, CO2, color, and whatnot. And yeah, we provide those solutions on the one side, on the lab side, so for quality control. On the other side, we also have it on the process, so things are automated and you just increase your productivity.
So like this is an example of a little device sitting right at the table.
That's right.
What is this?
So what we got here is a portable density meter. You could take a sample from a glass, which could be a wort. Wort is a beer before it's actually beer. Like a raw product would be basically water and sugar, and this instrument would show you the sugar concentration. And that measurement can be done within, like, I want to say, like 10, 15 seconds. And there are other methods that have been used in the past and still being used by people who just don't want to afford such an instrument. There will be a hydrometer. So it's a glass piece which would float in a liquid, and then it sinks in, and you see how much it sinks in. You have a table, and the table will tell you how much sugar would be in that liquid, because the sugar influences the density.
And I want to jump back over to Red Truck here, because this facility, can you just actually touch on again how much is being, like, even over there you've got and I know it's shameless plug, but this is a business show and we sell products on the show, so we are going to do those. But you've got a few different products. Is all of that brewed here, or are these different products from different locations?
Yeah, all of that is brewed here. Primarily, we are a beer company. I would say 75% of our volume is beer, and then the rest would be a ready to drink, whether that's a tequila soda or a vodka soda.
Right. And is it at this facility?
All brewed at this facility, or all made at this facility, yes.
Do you, this is just a little bit of an I know some places like co-package. Do you do that type of stuff, or is it all Red Truck?
We do co-packing for sure.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So for other companies then?
For other companies, for other brands, yes.
Yeah, it's quite the facility you have here. One thing I wanted to do in this interview is, because some of the questions about the brewery and Anton Paar, where you're placed in, is a little beyond me. I've done a few interviews with Anton Paar, and it's, you got to know your stuff. You got to have a bit of a degree to even ask the right questions. So I actually want, Lars, if you could ask Justin a few things that would sort of tee up to give the audience an understanding. Before we do that, though, just general how brewing beer works for anybody who doesn't know, which is probably actually quite a few people. I don't know which one of you want to take that, or if you want to share the.
I would say Justin is more qualified than I am, certainly.
Sure. Well, brewing itself is thousands of years old, and we're just sort of continuing that tradition. We're essentially taking grain, exposing that grain, transforming the starches that are within that grain into simple sugars, taking that sugar content and putting some yeast in there and letting it do its thing under very controlled circumstances, obviously.
Can you go a little bit more into details, how you get from the malt to the beer? So let's start the brew house. How do you get the sugars out of the malt?
So we take the malt that is in the silos outside. It's delivered from our partners. We then crush it into a grist. That grist is introduced into the first vessel in the brew house called the mash tun. Very specific times and temperatures with brewing liquor, it's called. So basically treated water. So we remove any sort of contaminants from the water, any chlorine, any trace organics. So it's very, very clean, clear water with malt that has been exposed, the insides have been exposed, and then a very specific time and temperature regime.